When I was like 15, or like 14, almost 15, I decided I wanted to try modeling. I don't know why. I didn't think about my height, my look. You know, I was like 5'5", and you know, who knows if my look was in that year. Anyway, I tried that. And meanwhile, Jason's decided at like 10, was it 10?
Yeah.
That he wanted to be an actor.
An actor.
So he went out. Tell him about that first interview with Burke.
Yeah, I went out to this interview with a friend of my dad's who was going out to read for the role of a father in a Ray Bradbury film called The Veldt. And so he asked me if I wanted to come along to this interview to see how one goes, because he knew I was kind of interested in acting. So I hop in his VW bug, and we go down to this interview, and we get there, and he reads for his role, and they're also reading for the role of the son, who just happens supposedly to be 10. So he tells me to pick up the lines and, you know, start looking at them and go in there and read for the role, you know, and, you know, give him some story like, well, I guess your secretary's, you know, stupid or something, because I'm supposed to be here, and...
You're supposed to have my name on the list.
What do you mean? My agent is such and such, and yes, of course I'm supposed to be here. So I go in there and I read for this role. Somehow I get through the door, and I get the role. So that gets my hopes up, and unfortunately my friend...
But the thing is, Berg didn't get it.
No, he didn't get the role.
He didn't get the father role. So tell me about the progression of your life since doing the Veldt at 10, your first job.
Well, then there was commercials after that, about, I don't know, maybe 50 commercials, and then finally I landed big national television with Little House on the Prairie, when I came on with a sister, and we got adopted into the Ingalls family.
As if they don't have enough kids already.
Yeah, really, wow. And then...
The dinner scenes were quite hectic.
Yeah, we got adopted because our parents went over the side of a cliff in some stagecoach. And I think that was the first time I cried on camera. That was tough.
And here's Missy Francis as a little girl going, ah.
We were both doing plenty of that. Anyway, so after that, there was Silver Spoons, and I played that obnoxious little kid, Derek Taylor. He got Ricky into trouble all the time. Then I spun off that into a series called It's Your Move, where I played Matthew Burton.
The mini con man.
The con man, the Sergeant Bilko in civilian clothes, little kid.
That got canned.
That got canned. Ooh, baby.
And then?
That got canned. And then Valerie, with Valerie Harper. Now,
yeah, it's just the NBC boy there.
I feel like a peacock.
Show your feathers, baby. So anyway, Jason's doing Little House on the Prairie, and my mom says, why don't you just do a couple of commercials? We're living in L.A., you know, pay for the trips to New York. So I owe it to my mom. So I said, all right. So I go out on 2 commercials. I get 2 commercials. This is in 4 months. This is like not a good example of what it's like to get into the business, because I was just really lucky. I get 2 commercials and a Family Ties pilot, and I'm like, yeah, this is fun. You know, I didn't know what a pilot was. Nobody said to me, do you realize this could be a major television series?
This is a pilot? Wow, my mom's a stewardess.
Yeah, I didn't know what a pilot was. So, I don't know, maybe that's why I got the job.
Maybe.
Oh, boy, I hope there's no Mallory in me. When I'd bring like boyfriends home, you know, bring guys home, and my grandmother...
6th grade?
Oh, I don't... Oh, those. No, I was going to talk about Nana.
Oh,
my grandma grew up in... Excuse me. My grandma grew up in Malta, and she's always saying...
That's a small island off the coast.
In the middle of the
Italy,
Mediterranean.
in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea.
She'd say, do you have the what's-it? I said, yeah, Nana, I brought it with me.
The whatchamacallit.
The whatchamacallit. And is who's it coming over? Or is what's his name coming over? So because of this, I'd bring guys over and she'd say, oh, this is Peter. No, Nana, it's David. And that wasn't, you know, wonderful.
And then you thought you were safe once you got into your room and locked the door.
No, and then here, you know, the wonderful age
we had this
here.
great thick shag carpet about 3 inches. And it was, my little hands were just small enough where I could stick my hand underneath the door and push the carpet down and stick my eye through there and look around and see, you know, what they were doing. Or, I mean,
Did you really?
I did.
Jeez.
I did, and then I got the little squirt gun. These little squirt guns we used to use for...
Or like the guy would come over on his bike, and as he was leaving, Jason would get the garden hose out.
Well, I'm new to this, but you've done this before, right? You've been on the show before.
With Min Zappa, and, God, I don't know, it was like 6 months ago or something like that.
Yeah.
That was fun, but she put me in a difficult situation at one point. What'd she do? Well, she said, what was I saying? I started saying something like she created the trend with Valley Girl. And I said, you know, in the way that Madonna created a fashion trend with what she was wearing. And Min said, yeah, but I don't have a treasure trail. And I'm sitting here going, I said, what is a treasure trail? And she says, she does the answer. She doesn't know what a treasure trail is? She says, it's the, excuse me, the darkened hairline that goes from the belly button
down.
And I was quite embarrassed that I'd been put on the spot like that. So for all of you, for the second time, to put this in your...
Did that make it on the air? Treasure Trail?
Yes, it did.
NBC put Treasure Trail on the air?
Well, I guess, you know, Treasure Trail could mean anything.
This is 12:30, people.
It's probably about 1 by now.
Well, looks like time for us to cut out, sis.
I think so, and I think most of you are going to cut out soon, too.
If you haven't already, so snuggle up in that pillow. Good night.
Good night. An actor, and he went to an audition with an adult that, you know, lived up the street, so another actor, and he got the part of the little boy, and the guy was going to auditioning for the father, but he didn't get that.
He didn't get it?
He didn't get it. Jason got it, and then he was on Little House on the Prairie, like, just moments after that.
Yeah, how long was he on that?
The last year. He was, him and, he and this little girl, she had really long hair, I can't remember her name. They were the kids whose parents were killed in the big wagon accident.
Oh, yes.
And then the Ingalls adopted them.
Right. That was Jenny Wilder. That, you know who that wasn't? That Shannon Doherty?
Wasn't it Missy something?
Was it Missy? Because I know Shannon's parents got killed and Melissa adopted her too. But it could have just been another family. There was a lot of tragedy on that show.
It was. I know, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Jason was the one with the cereal bowl haircut.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. He's been working ever since.
Yeah, he has. He's great on that. He's directing now, too.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow, do you have any aspirations to direct?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Would you? It's a lot of work.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's consuming.
Yeah, but it seems like the most creative part, you know, to me at least. You get to put it all together.
Yeah, put your whole flavor on it, yeah.
You watch a lot of TV?
You know, there are times when I do. Like when I, you know, decided I was going to get back into sitcoms, definitely got into it. And I'm hearing some noise back there.
Well, you see, I read somewhere.
Yeah, okay. So what, my favorite show when I was growing up?
No, I read somewhere, and I don't know if it was true, that you loved Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah.
I hear you're fanatical about the show.
Yeah, I like it. I like watching that.
You like Jim Fowler?
Sure.
I mean, wait, was I wrong in my research?
No, you're on.
Are you scared? You don't know who it is? You're afraid it's going to be like the entire cast of Family Ties and I'm going to make you reenact a scene or something?
No, I just hear something thrashing about back there. I just wonder what it is.
All right,
what kind of animal it is. Not other actors, they don't
scare you.
I don't know how scared. You know, I'm sure I can be scared by an actor, but
Christopher.
Orange Crush.
Orange Crush.
Yeah. Some of the men say they love you over there. Don't look over there. So you have an Orange Crush thing going on because you're an Elway fanatic, right?
Yes, everybody had a crush on Johnny Elway.
Yeah. It's Johnny to her.
Johnny.
So did you meet him backstage?
I did, of course.
How
you
was
saw
it?
when I pushed you
me aside and said, "What was it nice?"
It was very nice. You know, of course, you have to keep your cool and just go like, "It's very nice to meet you."
You didn't say like, "I used to have a crush on you." Blah, blah, blah.
No, but when he watches the show, he'll
figure it out.
He'll see all this. And...
He gave you something. I don't know if you can see this. It says,
awesome.
To Justine, my best always.
Thank you. That's
How often do you get to Denver?
I love Colorado.
Yeah. No, you're married, right?
Yeah.
With children. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, so, you know.
I know, but,
It's fun to think.
I had a crush on him in my 20s, in the day.
Yeah. Are you a sports fan, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you grew up out here, so are you
I
big?
grew up so, Lakers, Dodgers, and now, and now that I've been reading the sports pages now and getting into it, now they completely changed the Laker team and completely changed the Dodger team. And now I've got questions for the GMs, but,
So what do? Do you actually call them up? What's going on? I missed something. I missed
I was
something.
just checking.
That's my job. No, I'm just kidding. So do you call the GM, or do you call radio sports call-in shows, or what do you do?
No, I should.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know enough information to do things like that. But
Yeah.
I'm just, privately, I have my little, questions.
About the Lakers?
Now that it's Kobe's team, is
Yeah.
Kobe going to step up and really be the team leader that,
I can answer that.
Needs to be. So see, you're gonna inform me.
The answer is no.
Okay. My second question.
Yeah.
My second question.
Yeah.
Dodgers are in first place.
Yeah.
3.5 games ahead. I know. They haven't done that in the last few years.
very
They kind
good.
of get in the lead and then slide down.
Watch
so
out
they
for-
finally get there,
Yeah.
and then they kind of,
Yeah.
dice up the team.
Yeah.
So I'm
Watch out for
curious.
the San Francisco Giants and Barry Bonds.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you.
I feel informed now.
So the last time you were here, since then you've moved to a new house?
Yeah.
Now that's a big
It's
job.
great. I mean, we're so lucky. We got a place that has a lot of land, so we've done all this outside work, the landscaping and stuff, but the inside, we just can't get it together to agree on what we're doing, or things get delayed.
Who wears the orange dress in the family? Who makes these decisions?
My husband,
Yeah.
because he's got great taste, but it just takes longer to get anything done because you've got two people that need to have their schedules together and agree on what you're doing. And if I had it my way, I would just adjust to whatever the place looks like inside. And when he makes changes, he makes really radical changes, with construction and all that.
See,
and I'd rather wait.
Yeah, because you don't want
Until I
that
move.
disrupting your life. You know what I'm saying? And then you also you don't want to make the wrong decision and have something weird, some kind of weird rug or furniture in there that you have to live with. It's better not to make that decision.
Yeah, like in our dining room. In our dining room, we need a dining room light.
Okay, I thought you were going to say table. Okay.
No, yeah. We need a light because
Yeah.
right now there's just bare bulbs, and we just can't get it together what we're gonna get. And I ordered some at one point, and then he changed his mind, and so now there's just bare bulbs in there, and I don't know when that'll happen.
So you don't have company over.
I think we just we don't.
Let me ask you this. Let's say you had a timeline. Let's say you had a deadline. Maybe next week, your husband's working late. Elway's coming over for dinner. Now, then you make a decision. You put up a chandelier. You have candles.
No, when it's your own place, you can do something. But no, I'd rather eat dinner with my husband with bare bulbs than anyone else.
I tried. Hollywood Mom's Mystery. Was that slapstick when you went through between the two semis, or what?
Sure. It's a caper. It's a light sleuth, sort of movie.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, it looked like a fun thing.
Yeah, and Elizabeth Pena is fantastic. She's become a good friend. She was plays the cop that was in the car with me.
She was the other hot girl in there.
That's right. She is too.
I don't know.
She's saucy.
When I see, if I see you on screen, I don't notice really the other people. That's just me. That goes back a long time.
Good job.